22, but fought hard and a lot to be proud of this year. Coach, if you would just start us off with your thoughts on your team.
First, I want to congratulate these ladies on a terrific season. Making it here to Wake Forest is always a huge accomplishment. So I first want to say how proud I am of this group of young ladies. Like you said, it didn't finish the way we wanted it to finish, but we did battle to the end, and that's something that we can build off of for those of us who are returning. But shots didn't fall tonight. A couple of things didn't go our way. They got a couple of second chances that we should have limited, and they took advantage of every mistake that we made. So huge props to Northern Guilford. Lena McField played a wonderful game. We just got to get better and get over this hump. This is the 5th time Terry Sanford's been here, and so far we haven't come away as a champion, so we got some work to do.
Questions?
Coach, you had to lead at halftime. Came out in a bit of a slump. What do you think contributed to that slump? And some ways you try to get through.
Not really sure. I mean, Northern Guilford, they played us in a matchup zone. I thought they did a really good job defensively of disguising what their coverages were. We just didn't make shots. We missed a few bunnies around the rim that we're very capable of making that didn't fall today. A couple of loose balls, and they beat us too. We were a little slow on rotations, and that cost us in the end.
I know there was that sequence kind of early in the second half where McField and Blake were, kind of the loose ball, I guess I'll call it, going for a steal, and I know, Blake came down on that. I mean, how would you describe kind of the momentum at that point? Did you feel like, what was your thought on the severity of Blake's injury there? I mean, what was kind of the, reaction from the bench on that?
So it was a very, very significant moment in the game, I think. That's one of those unfortunate plays where it was a bang-bang play. It was definitely the correct call. Unfortunately, Jaidiah hit the ground first, and Lena landed on top of her after she tripped up over it. But, when she went over to the trainer, I was kind of talking to my assistant coach, like, let me know when she's back because we need her on the floor. She does so many things for our team, whether it's rebounding, defending, playing with the ball in her hand, playing without the ball. So we had to rotate around a little bit defensively once she came out the game to make sure we had the proper matchups. And Northern Guilford did go on a little run there, and they took advantage of it.
Coach, foul trouble was the biggest issue tonight. But I think, on paper, but I think if you really look at the lack of assists, you only had 3 assists the entire game.
Yes.
What were some ways you try to get the offense flowing a little bit better that way, the ball being shared?
Foul trouble, we control what we can control, and I don't think the referees were as bad as, some of the crowd thought they were. We were late on a lot of defense rotations, and we were undisciplined. We were swiping down. We talked about Lena and Aaliyah being very crafty, getting to the basket. They did a really good job of doing that. Offensively, we were not who we normally were. When we went into the locker room, I talked about making sure we stuck to doing what got us here, and I think we kind of went away from that a little bit in the second half, so that hurt us in the end.
For the juniors up there, what are you hoping to learn from this situation and build on the next year?
For next year, we definitely have to, now we know what we need to do, we definitely have to lock more in. We definitely put work outside of the season before we get in, but we definitely know what to expect next year. And we're definitely back up here next year, and we're definitely winning next year.
I would just say, harping on all the little mistakes we had, like boxing out, we're going to work on that in the summer. We're getting right back to the gym. We're not getting no breaks because, like she said, we will be back. Because, of course, we're waiting for Ameya, but we're going to come back next year. We're going to win.
Ameya, last few games you played very nimble, very hurt. But you put out the entire 4 years at Terry Sanford. Can you kind of walk through what your emotions are and kind of describe what your career at Terry Sanford has been like?
You good. I'm talking to you.
I'll talk about Ameya first. When you think of a bulldog, that's what you see, Ameya Brown. Mighty but fierce. She's never let her size stop her from doing anything that she wanted to accomplish. She's 3rd all time in our school's history for scoring. But that's just one small aspect of her game. She's one of the best defenders I've ever seen. She leaves it all out there on the line. I mean, 2 weeks ago, we were in the emergency room after a game because she was hurt. And the next day, I walk in the gym and she's shooting the basketball. And I'm like, whoa, what are you doing?
Here's me.
Yeah, I was actually concerned. I thought she fell off the stage. I didn't know where she was. Ameya has gone to the regional championship every year for high school career, at least gone to the regional championship. And that just shows how valuable she's been to our program. We're definitely going to miss her. Super proud of what she's accomplished. You know, everyone wants the ultimate goal, but I tell them we take these as lessons, not losses. So, you know, take this hunger that you have, and as you go to Fayetteville State next year, you know, use this as fuel. But I couldn't be more proud of what Ameya has done in this Terry Sanford uniform. A lot of the underclassmen have looked up to her that she's the big sister of the team. She doesn't talk much, but when you get around her and you really get to know her, she'll talk your head off. But I can't be more proud. I've sat up here on this stage 2 years in a row with a phenomenal point guard, Brianna Rowe last year and Ameya Brown this year. And I mean, just for me as your coach for the last 3 years, I want to say thank you for what you've done for this program, how you've helped me grow as a person, as a coach, and I look forward to what you're going to do at the next level at Fayetteville State.
What will you two miss about Ameya?
I think I'm gonna mainly miss playing with her. When I mainly came to this team to play with her. So I think that's what I would mainly miss. So we've been playing with each other for a long time, and now she's going to college, so this is our last game together, like forever.
I would say Ameya's a little silent leader. Like she's not as vocal on the court, but she speaks with her game. Like if we need a clutch bucket, she'll give it to it, knock down the three, or she's not like that's probably what it is. And then like she's not scared to drive and all of that. So yeah, we'll miss her presence for sure.
Jaidiah, you had a great start. I think you missed your first 2 shots, but you kind of got your game together. What did you kind of tell yourself just to get everything together and make sure your shot was falling?
My coaches definitely got me together. First, I think my shorts was too tight, so that's why I ran out. I had to change my shorts. I could barely move. And then I came back. They said lock in, that I'm good, and then not to play like frustrated and stuff. So I just took advantage of that. And I didn't try to let my mistakes get to me because we on a big court, we're in front of people, so I have to have good emotions to have a good game.
Okay, well, guys, we really appreciate you coming in here.